Our top story, Indian forces have given a befitting reply to firing by Pakistan. Pakistani posts across the border were decimated after unprovoked shelling and firing across the international border. In the latest, Pakistani Rangers have called up the Jammu BSF formation, pleading to stop firing. For the last 3 days, the precision fire of BSF troopers on Pakistani locations has inflicted heavy loss to them. Remember, BSF Jawan was killed, as several civilians were injured in an unprovoked firing by Pakistani Rangers in Arnia and RS Pura sectors of Jammu on Friday. Hamza Amir now joins us live from Islamabad. Also joining us live is Kamaljeet Sandhu. Hamza, we believe that the Pakistani Rangers dialed BSF and asked them to stop the firing from across the border. Tell us more about the damage that has been inflicted. What are the reports stating?
Well, as for claim of the damages is concerned, Pakistan's Inter-Services Commission has not given any confirmation of any checkpost or soldiers being killed on Pakistan's side of the border. I have actually confirmed with the ISPI, and there is no news as such as for now. If there will be, it will be revealed. Pakistan, in fact, that it is not Pakistan but India on the 18th of May when they actually violated the ceasefire, and Pakistan blew up the BSF checkpost on the inside of the border. And the
Come back to you in a moment from now. There seems to be an audio problem with your line there. Kamaljeet is with us. She joins us live from the newsroom. Kamaljeet, just tell us more about the damage and the reports of the damage inflicted on Pakistani posts. What are your sources telling you?
Well, this is a 19-second video which has been accessed by India today. What is also extremely clear is that there has been a provocation coming in from the Pakistani Rangers. Very clearly, Pakistan was targeting BSF. Two of the BSF soldiers were martyred since May 15th. What we also know is at least two others have been injured. Besides that, it's the civilian areas which have also come under the Pakistani Rangers firing. And that is why a whole lot of villages had to be shifted out. But again, once BSF started retaliating back, they hit back hard, and that's where we see that this particular thermal image which has come in use now, very clearly it is India hitting back. And so vehement was the attack was so fierce that it was Pakistani Rangers who dialed in the BSF early this morning, asking them to stop firing. But again, with Pakistan, there was a lull at the international border, no longer that. It's also been seen that the timing is again coinciding with the Prime Minister's visit yesterday. The firing continued for at least 3 days before BSF tried to hit back, and now that they have responded, it is Pakistan who's pleading with India to stop firing.
Kamaljeet, it seems to be just a part of the course of action both the Army and the BSF have promised to take as far as retaliatory fire against Pakistani forces is concerned to ensure that it is befitting.
Well, absolutely. That seems to be a clear idea. BSF has done this earlier, but remember, even the sort of talks that BSF has had with Pakistani Rangers, it only yield results. We've seen that ahead of the Amarnath Yatra, there seems to be provocation. There seems to be instigation from Pakistani side. We'll really have to see. This is obviously a time of Ramzan. This is where Mehbooba Mufti also made an appeal just about yesterday, where she was saying that the sort of response that they were expecting Pakistan, that has not happened. Now, November 2003 is when the ceasefire was really announced between India and Pakistan, but since then we've seen several ceasefire violations, and in the past 2 years it's almost been a record-breaking ceasefire violation. Many say that there was a lull. It's also because there are many infrastructure projects that China and Pakistan were building together near international border. That was a time where there was a lull, but since now there seems to be a provocation, it does seem that India will be giving a befitting response, as we've seen BSF do that. And in the process also, there has to be an eye which has to be kept both at the international border and the line of control.
Do stay with me, Kamaljeet. General G.D. Bakshi also joining me on the phone line. Sir, what do you make of the situation that we're seeing at the border as of now? It seems to be that the BSF has given such a befitting reply that the Pakistani Rangers had to dial BSF and ask them to hold fire.
You know, the simple fact is the Pakistani deserve much greater punishment. This is the most unreliable, useless country, which is the epicenter of terror. not only in this region but in the whole world. And it was, to my mind, it was very sad that we once again made the same mistake we had made in 2000 by accepting or offering a non-initiation of combat operations, a so-called ceasefire. All that they have done is the terrorist groups have contemptuously rejected the ceasefire, continued with their killing and looting in J&K, and now the Pakistani army and Rangers have added insult to the injury by opening heavy fire on the line of control. The other day, one poor BSF boy was martyred and 4 civilians were killed, about 8-10 were wounded. This is not on. We need to raise costs and consequences for Pakistan so that they are made to desist from such activities. So far, our response is confined to a response in kind, small arms and mortars. In my humble opinion, and I have tremendous experience on the line of control, this is not enough. We need to raise the pressure at least to artillery so that they are made to pay a price, so that they are deterred from such adventurism which they do every second, third day. And in my humble opinion, we should abrogate this uncalled for ceasefire right away, whose only aim is to give rest and reprieve to the terrorists who are under severe pressure from the army.
General Bakshi, what would you say was the reason for dialing the BSF and asking them to hold fire? Could it just be the intense damage inflicted, or is there more than what meets the eye?
You know, every time the Pakistanis are under pressure, you know, they come up with these gimmicks. They ask for a ceasefire, they ask for a flag meeting, etc., etc. If they have started the whole tamasha, I think it should be given back right and proper. Why should we then go in for the niceties? If they are killing our people during Ramadan, you know, we offered them a ceasefire during Ramadan. What we got in return was 4 Indian citizens killed, 1 BSF trooper martyred, and 8 to 10 civilians injured, property destroyed. Is this Ramadan? Is this Ramadan? Why don't we hit back? Why don't we understand that the only language that the Pakistan army understands is the language of force? We were told all this ceasefire and these peace initiatives are because General Bajwa had invited our military attaché in Islamabad to attend the Army Day parade, and it was supposed to be a great gesture. I don't know what we are looking for.
All right,
Nobel
General
Peace
Bakshi.
Prize?
Right, thanks for speaking to India Today and putting forth your point of view. But those are the thermal images that we have accessed, exclusive to India Today there. That 19-second clip with the thermal images proving the damage done to Pakistani posts.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.